Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic and welcome to another Community Day video. So this time we're talking about keyboards and mouse on the Xbox and whether or not you think it's a good idea to support it going forward. Anyways, let's roll the intro and get straight into the video. So before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone that I stream every Tuesday and Saturday on Twitch. Now, recently we've been playing GTA, we've been playing Minecraft, and we've all been jumping in together and having loads of fun. So if you want to get involved, make sure to click the links down in the description. But anyways, if you like Xbox videos without all the fanboy stuff, then consider subscribing to the channel. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Now, for anyone that hasn't watched one before, this is a Community Day video. It's a video in which I post a poll early in the week, you guys vote on it, and we talk about the results in a video. So this week the poll said, do you think the Xbox Series X should have complete keyboard and mouse support for games, or should we stick to controllers only? Now this has been a topic that I've heard discussed so many times, and it came back up again with the support of keyboard and mouse on the Xbox One, and it's kinda coming up again now that we're talking about new controllers for PS5 and the Series X. And as you can see from the poll, just over half of the people that voted think that keyboard and mouse support is a really good idea, with just over a quarter of people saying that they don't like it whatsoever. Now the one thing that is for sure though is that we are still clearly divided as to whether or not we want to use keyboard and mouse. But as always, let's dive into the comments and see exactly what you guys had to say. And just to kind of stick with the non-fanboy thing that we have going on, and before get a PC it's better than a console, and before keyboard and mouse is better, and before but you can't upgrade your console. Anyways, our first comment comes from More Games, who says, I'm glad you brought this up. I've always thought it was a good idea to have that extra way to play, but at the same time, I wonder how PC only people see it. For example, I've never used an Xbox controller on a PC, but it looks like a fun time playing Doom or Forza. And roughly along the same lines, Advitech says, it makes sense really to have keyboard support for any game. I literally can't play PC with keyboard and mouse because I'm that used to a controller. It's probably vice versa for PC players. It opens the Xbox's playability up to more people. Now, this is pretty much key. Now, before I really seriously decided to start collecting for Xbox and like really sunk my teeth into playing more Xbox games, I played PC pretty much as my main gaming machine of choice, and I did get used to playing keyboard and mouse. At the start, it was kind of odd. I kind of had to get used to it. It was a bit foreign as far as strafing and things like that goes. It was really weird, but eventually I got used to it. And then I realized that the PC platform allowed me to choose what I wanted. So sometimes I played with controller, sometimes I played with keyboard and mouse. If I was sitting in the living room, I would use my controller. If I was, just kind of bored and didn't want to muck around and be so serious with gaming, I just kind of played with a controller. If I wanted to play something really seriously, or if it was like a shooter or something, I would have used keyboard and mouse. Ultimately, the choice was there, but it did have a bit of a learning curve, so I see exactly what you guys mean. Now, there are some control schemes that are objectively better than others for certain gameplay styles. So for example, I don't think anyone could ever play a strategy game with a controller as well as you could play one with a keyboard and mouse. But at the same time, I don't think anyone can play a racing game with non-analog inputs like a keyboard. It pretty much comes down to the game itself, but there also is a comfort factor involved. So I completely agree with what you guys are saying. And also, if you're a PC player predominantly, let me know down below what you think. It's been a while since I've been super involved in the PC side of things. I haven't loaded up Steam in months, so it would be cool to see exactly what you guys have to say on the topic as well. Anyways, on to the next comment. Retro Master Comp says, to be honest, it's not only a game related subject. Xbox is promoting itself as a multimedia platform, and so it's more natural to use a mouse and keyboard than a controller. Try typing with a controller or scrolling with a mouse compared to a controller. Anyways, we should be able to choose, in my opinion. I totally agree with what you're saying here. I also made a video a while back. It was a bit of a challenge I set for myself for fun, but I tried to see if I could do everything that I could do on my PC on an Xbox. I think I called it something like really clickbaity, like you can replace your PC with an Xbox. Anyways, the link to that video, which site is it? Pro YouTube. Anyways, the link to that video is up in the little icon. Icon? Is that what it's called? An icon? And the fact that I could use a keyboard and mouse really opened me up to using more non-gaming applications on my Xbox. And while yes, we are very early in the stages of having like multimedia based applications or non-gaming based applications being the focus of a home console, I think it's something that developers would be more kind of interested in getting behind and exploring if there was proper keyboard and mouse support, because as you say, a controller isn't the one-all solution for everything. So while the Series X this generation is really focused on games, games, I do think that the multimedia side of the brand and the console could really benefit from having keyboard and mouse support. Anyways, on to this week's last comment. Bruce Banner said, "It is essential for console players to be able to use a keyboard and mouse if they want to keep up with us PC players during crossplay. A controller really limits your speed and accuracy on all FPS games when compared to mouse and keyboard users. With a mouse and keyboard, you also get more button combinations than a controller, which allows to switch precisely which weapon you would want versus cycling through your weapons by hitting one button or a combination of buttons on a controller." There's a lot to unpack here, and I think that you've really hit the nail on the head as far as like online play and competitive play goes. Ultimately, for certain games, i.e. shooters and things like that, like the popular kind of games that are out at the moment, keyboard and mouse is king. I don't think anyone is going to argue that point, so I totally agree with what you're saying. There should be keyboard and mouse support on the console versions of these games, especially if crossplay is supported. Now, in saying that, I don't think that we should be forcing players to use keyboard and mouse, so I like the way that you brought up that it should be supported rather than required. Now, what I think would be a really good idea is I think that there should be multiple different types of lobbies available for players playing these online competitive games. I think that there should be lobbies that allow players only of a certain control type to go on, so controller players can play with controller players, keyboard and mouse players can play with keyboard and mouse players, and also lobbies where anyone can use any control type that they want. In saying that though, I would reserve that idea only for just kind of fun lobbies or private lobbies. I wouldn't say that it would be a good idea for ranked lobbies. Now, one rebuttal to this as well that I've heard is that some people actually like using a controller because controllers have aim assist. I've even seen some people use controller emulators like the one that I did a video on, which should be up. What corner is it in again? This one? I've seen videos where people have actually used keyboard and mouse through these adapters to emulate a controller on a PC in order to take advantage of both the better control scheme and aim assist that's provided to consoles. It seems like a pretty weird roundabout setup, but it seems that some people really are trying to take advantage of controllers' aim assist and keyboard and mouse's kind of superior control scheme for these type of games. But looping back to the original question, I think if we were gonna have support for keyboard and mouse on new consoles, I think that game developers would take it more into account when designing their games if it was supported by the console as a whole rather than just on an individual game by game basis. So anyways, I give my recap at the end of a video, but I think that I got most of my ideas out while replying to all of the comments that you guys left. Thank you so much for leaving comments on these videos. I love doing community day videos. I love hanging out and just chatting about different Xbox news or ideas or whatever, and so these videos are just tons of fun to put together. Now, if you would like to get involved in the next community day video, I post a poll every Monday on the channel, so make sure you subscribe to see when I post the poll, and you can vote and comment just like everybody did today in order to end up in the video. Also, if you want to hang out and play some games sometime, I stream every Tuesday and Saturday over on Twitch, and a lot of the times I'm playing multiplayer games that we just open up the lobby and just let everybody play together, and it's loads of fun. Like last time we played GTA 5, we also played some Minecraft before. It's just great fun. So make sure to follow the link in the description and follow me on Twitch to be notified whenever I go live. And also, I had a bit of a boo-boo. I said I would read out the names of everybody that followed me yesterday on the Twitch stream. However, the screenshot that I took didn't save, so I don't have everybody's name, so make sure to come to the next stream and then I'll take a screenshot and I'll read out everybody's names that's in the chat next time. Super sorry. Computers are dumb. And also, I want to give a massive shout out to Flamed Beacon, Inja Panda, and Jake McBoss for supporting the channel using both the join button down below or the subscribe button over on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. It really means a lot and it'll go towards helping the channel directly, so thank you so much. Anyways, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you guys next time.